I go back and I find out that the original owner was your great-great-grandfather. He did not sell his mineral rights. So by him not selling it, by law it go to his children. If they didn't sell them, it go to their children.
Yeah.
And they come on down. You got a lot of people walking around right now, just like that family that the guy took $100,000 to. You got a lot of them. Got money on the table. 52 years ago, I needed a job. And I started working in it, and then I realized how many problems we have that we just don't know about. And our lack of knowledge about mineral rights. That's huge. Even those brokers in real estate, not one can tell you anything about minerals because they don't know anything about minerals. The only thing they can tell you about is the house and the land. See, I've taken real estate classes. You learn about the house. You learn about how to appraise a house. You come up to the value of the house and the land because you pay taxes on the land. See, you don't pay taxes on minerals until they start severing the minerals from the earth. When I first went independent, I was doing a lot of work for oil companies. But then I realized that the people needed my information more than the oil companies because they were the ones actually losing. Let me give you one last thing, and you can look it up yourself. See, in 1900, Black Americans owned 15 million acres of land and mineral rights. You look it up. Currently, we only own 1 million because we have lost 14 million acres of land and mineral rights because our lack of knowledge about that area. See, oil companies always try to pretend we don't know who to pay the money to. So I'm the one that have to prove to them that says you. I go back and I find out that the original owner was your great-great-grandfather. He did not sell his mineral rights. So by him not selling it, by law it go to his children. If they didn't sell them, it go to their children.
Yeah.
And they come on down. You got a lot of people walking around right now, just like that family that the guy took $100,000 to. You got a lot of them. Got money on the table right now. People do not know about mineral rights. See, your minerals is what's under your land. And it's not the same as the land itself. When you purchase a house, you purchase the house and the land. If you don't put in your agreement that you also purchasing the minerals, if they drill an oil and gas well somewhere close by you and they start pumping the minerals from under your house, you won't get paid. See, our lack of knowledge about minerals that's under the house is our biggest problem. See, you don't know when you buy the land if there's a commercial amount of oil and gas under there. And they may not even drill for 10 years, 20 years. But if you own the minerals, the one that owns the minerals is the one that's gonna get paid. Let me give you an example. Out of all the land scams and home scams that you had for last year, that total $187 million. Wait a minute, that's land and homes. Mineral rights that you got scammed out of total $3.8 billion. See, you talking about the wrong thing. Well, you're not talking about the wrong thing. A scam is a scam. But you're talking about the least more valuable of all of it. All the homes and land that were scammed from senior citizens last year come up to 187 million. That's a hell of a difference between 187 million and 3.8 billion. They don't care nothing about the land. They want the minerals. See, that's where we keep getting confused with land and minerals. They don't even care about the land. They won't bring that up because, see, if you bring the land up, then you will be able to determine a value for the land. You don't know how to determine the value of the minerals under the land. That's the problem. If you're not an oil and gas person, an expert, there's no way you can tell me the value of the minerals under the land. See, they'll come to you and say, I've seen it. I've seen a guy bring $100,000 to a family and say, I want to buy your mineral rights. And to prove my point, I have $100,000 cash. Now, this is a poor family. They don't even realize that the minerals he's talking about, minerals that their great-great-great-parents owned in another state, wasn't even in the state of Texas, but they never sold them before they died. So by them not selling the mineral rights, it went to their children. And if their children don't sell the mineral rights, then it goes to their children. They were the children of the original owner. The wells that were drilled there had already made $2 million. They are part. Yeah. $2 million. I ain't talking about just, you don't even have any house or the land around here with that kind of value to it. And it's typical now. $2 million, he brings $100,000 cash. They sign away. He go right back and get the $2 million, and he only paid $100,000 for it. But see, another situation is you assume that what the amount he put on your check is the correct amount. How do you know? Say he sold the oil and gas for $1 million for this month. He keeps 75%. You get 25%. So that means his part would be $750,000. Your part would be $250,000. Now he send you a check for $10,000, and you assume that's correct, and you just walk away. But you just got beat out of $240,000 because you never check him to see what he's doing is correct. And first of all, you don't even know how to check it. You don't even know who he sold the oil and gas to. But to give you a better example, the say gas selling for $3 MCF right now here in the United States. He'll pay you your part of $3 MCF, but he'll take that same gas and sell it to a country like, say, Japan, where it's $18 MCF, and won't even tell you anything about that. You just got paid on 3. He actually sold it for 18, and on the world market, you know how much gas is? $38 MCF. So now you get paid on $3. He turned right around and sell it for $38 and don't even tell you nothing about that. Because you assuming that, well, he sold it for $3 and oh Lord, I got all this money. You would have way more. The difference right now would be on $1 million would be you getting your part of 12 million versus you getting your part of 192 million. I do seminars sometimes to teach you how to learn how to determine the value of your minerals, not just your land. See, any real estate agent can give you the value of the land and the house, but you don't have not one that can give you the value of the minerals under the land. That's where we come up short, because you have a lot of older people that moved away from the country into the big city, and they still own the land, and they also own the minerals. So when some scam person come up and say, I want to buy your minerals, they're not even interested in the land. They want to buy the minerals because they already know that there's some wells that's already been pumping out there, and you may have $1 million sitting on the table that's yours right now. You don't even know it. But they don't know about it because they never ever go back and ask the simple question, where did my great-greats live? Right now, my state court case, one in state court right now. See, you looking at my federal case. I got one in state court right now. They getting ready to split $352 million, and every person that's getting part of that money, not one knew the name of the original owner. Not one knew that he lived in Con City, Texas. Not one. When you come to them, and see, I have to find everybody, so I already know your name, address, I know your whole story, how you got to where you are right now, because I have to start with him, the original owner, and work my way down. Not one, because most of them are like great-great and great-great-great-grandchildren. Not one. But now they getting ready to split $352 million because the land that he lived on when he died, they got 8 wells on that land now. That each one of them make over $1 million a month. Just say $8 million a month. Your split on royalty interest on them would be $1.6 million a month that you would be splitting among each other.